We'll go back to under oath. Now, I know we argue about law issues and things like that. We're not arguing. We just talk about it. But I really love being able to work with you because, we laugh, we joke around.
We have a great time.
We have fun. Yeah. And everyone goes, this is about law? I said, no, this isn't about law. He'll ask me a question about law and we'll talk about it in a funny manner because the law is funny.
It really is.
The law is insane.
Yes.
Because the insane things people believe.
Correct.
They come to you, well, I hit him. Well, I guess we're done.
We're done.
No, you don't understand, Jeff. Let me tell you. It's not the way you think it is. Okay, well, tell me what happened. Well, you see, he was looking at my girlfriend.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Well, there's an exception.
Yeah, there you go.
To the I shot him in the face.
Exactly.
He was looking at my girlfriend, shot to the face exception.
Well, Your Honor, clearly you understand.
Clearly it's a defense.
Correct.
To you physically assaulting somebody.
Yes.
Now, the only time you could use that is to, let's say, make the judge feel a little worse.
Really?
Or better.
Okay.
If the judge feels like the victim had something to do with it a little bit,
okay,
the punishment's going to be less. He's still going to say, hey,
you were wrong.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you're going to owe $3. But I don't do criminal defense anymore, but I do civil cases too, where somebody will say something and they'll be offended. He said online and I want to sue him. Oh, was it true?
That's not the point.
No. He said, like here's the thing, the small penis thing.
Oh.
Every guy wants to sue over a girl.
If she says it online.
Yeah.
An ex-girl they just broke up with says he had a small penis.
I said, is it true?
Does that usually stop the whole conversation?
It could stop the conversation.
And
dead.
We're done.
Got
it.
Dead. And the guy goes, well, it's average. I said, average Asian, average Anglo, average Hispanic.
Tell him, I got a black friend.
I said,
bring him in.
And this is my life. I have to Google average penis sizes.
Wow.
And it'll show me in the U.S. And believe it or not, it's a quarter of an inch different. It's at a half an inch difference.
So your Google search history must be nasty work.
Oh, man.
Your search.
I pay HR and they're mad at me.
Yes.
Jeff,
did you Google this?
Jeff.
Listen.
Jeff. See, HR scares me.
They scare me too.
And I own the place.
Yeah.
HR comes in, and HR is my office manager. Yeah. And she comes in, she goes, Jeff, can I talk to you?
No. I don't, whatever.
Anybody starts off a conversation with, can I talk to you? It means you did something.
Say no.
You did something.
Yeah.
Nope.
It just go.
Or if you really want to get out of the conversation, which the person won't allow you, reach around and cup the right underneath your butt and give that horrified look. And they'll think you pooped yourself. And nobody wants to have a conversation.
Nobody wants to have a conversation if you pooped your pants.
Nope.
Nobody wants to talk to you.
You scared me so much. I got
And
every time they come in, you just
reach,
kind of shake a little. They'll
That's
go.
funny.
They'll start sliding notes under your desk.
I've had talks with HR, never ended well.
No,
never ended great. Where I'm like, I left there going, thanks, guys. Nah.
Jeff, did you tell this guy that his people were SAing him?
Well,
I had to think about it.
Yeah.
Because normally it's all about a conversation you had years ago.
It's always
months ago or something. And they go, did you say that? And you're going, could I have said it?
That's where I go.
That's what the first thing I think. I said, would it be something I would say? And sometimes I'm going, yeah, that sounds like me.
My question would always be, was it funny? Because I probably said that.
I had somebody come to me and say, I remember this one. HR came to me. They said, well, somebody else, and it was somebody filed a complaint against me, a company, and he was filing it for somebody else on his way out the door. And he said, Jeff said something racially insensitive to another employee, asked him to change his name because he couldn't pronounce it.
That's not race.
I was going, I would never have done that.
Yeah.
Because I think about the jokes we make, and most of my jokes are against me. But if we're friends, very rarely do I think about issues like that. In fact, normally I think about the shock joke.
Yeah.
Like my humor is normally based on, it sounds really normal, and then smack. And the smack takes about 5 seconds to hear
to register. Yeah.
Like when we do our other radio show, there are a lot of smacks.
A lot of smacks.
And I can always tell that it was a quality smack because one of our co-hosts, Ken Miller, gets it about 7 seconds after he said it.
It will stop. It stopped the whole show. Wait a minute. This dude said
he needs to stop it. He goes, that joke actually went through.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you know you did good.
But yeah, so let's do the legal part. Give me a
Well,
question.
another segment of Legally Screwed.
I have not seen this question.
Nope.
I have no idea what it is. It's just like a bar exam.
And I know this has actually happened. My neighbor called the police because my Halloween decorations scared my kid. Scared his kid.
1407.
Yes.
500 Popo.
Yes. I went all out with animatronics and fog machines this Halloween, and apparently it was too much for them. Could a neighbor actually take legal action over decorations that are just meant to be spooky?
It depends. There have been issues where something is so graphic.
Yes.
That they go, no, this is
too much.
This is too much. The question is, who determines that?
That's what I'd like to know.
And I'm going to tell you who determines that. Your Halloween decorations or Christmas decorations are going to be determined by local ordinances, local morality. There's no federal law that discusses protections against how graphic your stuff can be.
Gotcha.
So depending on the sensitivity of your local law enforcement,
really,
they can tell you to pull it. Now, you could try to sue over it. Okay, the hardest thing for me to do is to tell the truth about our system because I work in this system. And it's like I'm a whistleblower. So here's the biggest whistleblower issue. Judges are very concerned over the prosecutors, the district attorneys, the state attorneys, the people who they need their endorsement to get elected.
I was going to say that. Okay.
So if an article comes out that says Judge OK's bloody corpse in front seat, and it's like Judge Smith, this judge goes, wait a minute, the guy who wants to run against me is going to use this against me.
Correct.
So judges, when they're elected, are very aware. When they're not elected, they're also aware if they want to get promoted to the next level. So right now in our community, anytime you see a local federal judge make a ruling, ask yourself, is that based on his politics? Is it based on the locale? Because that all comes into play.
It does.
That's why the Supreme Court goes, oh, they went 9-0.
Because they all realize.
Right. They all realize, well, the law's clear.
Yeah.
We went 6-3. Okay, 6-3 means they took political sides.
Correct.
And anytime a Supreme Court justice says something as stupid as, well, the morality behind it, as an argument why they're upset that this went through or went against them. Oh, so you don't want to follow the law today. And your morality is what you're determining the law on. And the law is clear.
It has no feelings.
No, the law has no feelings normally. Punishment has feelings.
Correct.
But the law itself should have no feelings. When we start getting our feelings into it, that's when things go wrong. Now, here's where feelings come in.
Okay.
If enough people feel bad about it, they change the law. Judges don't change laws. They interpret them.
Correct.
So when a judge talks about morality and everything else like that, or gets excited, you're getting life, I'm so offended. Okay, your offense is meaningless.
Correct.
When I see a judge do that, I go, what is wrong with you? What is absolutely effing wrong with you?
Gotcha.
Shut up. Relax. You are supposed to be the unbiased hand of justice. And you're shouting and getting excited and everything else like that. You have power. In a courtroom, if you tell me to shut up and I don't shut up, you know what happens? You could send me to jail.
Correct.
You're not arguing with me. You don't win an argument with me.
No.
I'm not arguing with you.
No.
You are interpreting an argument. And in the end, you win no matter what.
Correct.
I can appeal you, but for you to get emotional and realize that's like my parent beating me harder.
When you're already beating me.
Guess what? Yes. I'm offended. Let me smack the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you didn't do anything, but I'm going to beat you.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, how does a judge beat me? He rules against me.
Yeah.
He finds me in contempt. He doesn't yell at me.
No.
He doesn't get upset. Why do you need to yell at me? It's pointless unless you are out of control. And you don't need to be out of control because you are the control.
Correct.
So anytime these judges get up and they write these articles and they post things in People magazine, oh, I'm offended by this. You don't get to be offended.
You shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah.
You're the police.
Yeah.
It's like police officers getting mad. You don't get mad. You have the power.
Correct.
So anytime you get mad, ask yourself this. I am an a-hole. And if you're upset, if you're a judge and you're upset what I just said, ask yourself why you're doing it.
Mm.
And don't say, well, I'm human. You don't get to be human. You get to interpret facts. You get to sit there. You are the guide to all this.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one who is in charge of this circus. You don't need to beat people. If I do something wrong, there are penalties for that. And one of the penalties isn't you yelling at me.
No.
Or yelling at the defendant or something else like that. You can simply say, you have a choice. You can testify or not. I have all the power.
Mm-hmm.
So use it appropriately. Don't get up and go, well, I want the next job.
There's a double standard when I say this. There are certain professions where you're not allowed to have a bad day.
No. You're also supposed to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a problem, if you have a drinking problem and it's affecting your job, imagine what you're doing is working in a nuclear facility.
You're putting so many people at risk.
You put the people in front of you at risk. And we had a local judge who treated people so poorly that when he finally got burned,
Okay.
he claimed he had OCD. And that's the reason why he can't control his conduct.
Really?
And then the question I want to ask is, when did you discover you had OCD?
There you go.
So your supposed disability
mm-hmm.
doesn't allow you to do this job, and people were harmed because of your disability. And I can guarantee if somebody in a wheelchair got up and said, well, the reason why everyone died was because I couldn't do this job because I'm in a wheelchair. Like, I can promise you this, no fireman is going into a burning building in a wheelchair.
Correct.
He can work for the fire department.
Yeah. But if he can't do the job, he's not going to be able to
There's
do
no
it.
forgiveness on this one.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but after 30 years of practicing law, I think it's important for us to re-examine our system sometimes. And the only way you can do that is from the inside. Sitting next to me is my partner, attorney Craig Lind. A lot of legal stuff out there. You know, every day there's somebody else who claims to know the law.
Yeah.
I got rights.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody know what their rights actually are, or they just like to say it?
I think they just like to say it.
Do you think these people have a clue what the Constitution actually is, and they're just, or the Bill of Rights? How about we go with the Bill of Rights? You think they know what's in the Bill of Rights?
No.
I don't think they
I
do
think
either.
generally speaking that if you do something they don't like, it's against their rights. It feels wrong, so it must be against whatever intangible right they have.
I've seen the don't touch me videos all day long. Police officers trying to arrest somebody. The person says, don't scream, touch me. I know my rights. I have the right to have a woman officer arrest me.
You obviously don't if you think that you can tell an officer not to touch you.
Okay. I have it figured out. I just feel bad talking about it.
Why?
Here's
Why do you feel
here's
bad?
the deal. Every one of these videos, I look into the eyes of someone who isn't built for adversity. The minute something goes wrong, even the slightest, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to say, okay, we're good. I'll fight through this. I understand. They just lose their mind because they're not prepared for bad moments.
They can't handle rejection. They can't handle being told no. They can't handle not getting their way.
They can't handle losing. I remember when the first participation trophy was handed out, I thought to myself, we're going to have a problem. And for those who think I'm talking from a conservative standpoint, I'm talking from somebody who served in the military. And this is the way this works. They would work us hard so that we got used to it. They would run you till you almost fell down, so you'd get used to it, so you wouldn't quit. Now, what would happen if, for example, in our military, they said, all right, everyone goes for a run right now. And one guy goes, I'm just not feeling it. I don't want to do it. I don't like this. You can't tell me what to do. I know my rights. Then this person will not be prepared for bad stuff when it happens. And that's what happens to a lot of these children. You can see it in their eyes. And I've dealt a lot with mental health I've lost 3 people to mental health in the last 5 years because we're not prepared for bad stuff. And our parents aren't preparing us for bad stuff
That's
anymore.
the problem. Is it the parents' fault? Is it the school's fault? Where does the fault lie in producing such weak individuals?
If there's a parent in the house, it's the parent's fault. The parent allowed for it. The parent wanted to be their friend. The parent didn't want to teach their child what adversity was. The parent didn't want to say the simple word, no. And
When did that happen? Because that didn't happen when I was a kid. Nobody had a problem in the 80s saying no to kids. When did parents start having problems?
it was a tough call. And I'm right about to say it, and I don't like it.
What, the millennials?
No, it's not. It's not generational. What it is when we take something out of the tool belt, then we have to replace it with something. For example, spanking kids. We used to spank kids.
Oh, we still do.
Well,
I still do.
I would say 90% of the parents don't anymore, when that number used to be significantly higher. So what did we replace it with? We replaced it with discussion.
Well, there's room on the menu for both of those things. You don't have to replace spanking. Here's my take on spanking. Your kid has to know that it's on the menu. I can get to a point where I'm going to get whooped. I don't want to get to that point. And my parent, my mom, my dad, they don't always go to that point immediately. It takes a while to get there. But I can eventually mouth off enough that I can get there if I really want to. And once they understand that, the discussions have a lot more sway. You can talk to them and have that sort of one-on-one rational discussion with them, at least try to logic with them, at least at first.
I feel
Did you ever spank your kids?
Not my daughter.
No?
No. And spanking Jacob was a
that's
failed
different.
experiment because he kind of looked at me. He didn't get it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Well, spanking somebody who doesn't get it, there's no point to that.
He's autistic, so he did not. I remember trying to spank him once, and he just kind of looked at me. He didn't get it.
I'm talking about Julia.
Julia, no, there was no.
Can Julia handle failure?
Right
now, today, something went wrong. What do you think? Honestly.
I don't know. It's a coin flip. The problem with Julia was she was so perfect. She never screwed up.
Yeah.
So she never.
Yeah, really.
She never failed.
Ian, I'm not being facetious. I remember you talking about her as she growing up. You were always very proud of all the stuff she did.
I can't tell you 4 O's.
Yeah.
4 O's. Every teacher said, I want 20 kids just like her.
Yeah. But she's going to get out in the world.
Only twice did she step out of line. And she was like 2 or 3. And she got mad at me.
2 or 3 years old?
Yeah. Well, she was 3 or 4 maybe.
Yeah.
And I moved one of her people. Girls have like dolls and people, and she had these elaborate things, and I moved one intentionally to screw with her because I thought it was funny. She didn't find it funny. She came after me hard.
Oh.
She was mad. And I felt bad because I kind of brought that on.
Yeah.
The reaction was pretty significant, but I wasn't quite sure to handle it. And about 2 years ago, she did this, I don't feel like giving you a hug thing.
Oh.
And I was not happy about that. And she's 17 years old.
Well, yeah, at 17, it's probably past the point of having spanking on.
But my problem is, I wish, and this is hard, I wish she would have failed earlier on.
That's weird.
I know.
Because do you know what I wish for my son? He was always very friendly with people in high school. Very, very friendly. Everybody was his friend.
Yeah.
Everybody. And I remember thinking, man, this kid has never gotten his ass beat.
Not significant
He has
fight.
never gotten his ass beat. So you have to have that. I think as a boy, that has to happen at some point early on enough that you're not going to get killed over it. Like somewhere between 5th grade and like a senior year, somewhere you got to get your ass beat so that you're not going to die, and that it's not the worst thing in the world. You go to school the next day, you go back to your friends, you still have a life. You need to realize that getting beat up isn't the worst thing that can happen to you.
Even mentally, even this, a lot of different things. Like I was bullied as a kid. I had some kids in my school who were tough, and I had to work through it. But if I didn't work through it, we've had incidents in courtrooms where a guy's tried to bully me in a courtroom.
I remember
this guy in a
we
trial.
talking about Tennessee? Yeah, I remember. I was there.
Yeah, this guy actually came.
Jeff's telling you the truth. Listen to this.
Judge didn't rule in his favor, and he got in my face like he wanted to fight.
I looked over. I'm like, is this is this going to happen right here in front of the jury?
It almost did. It almost did and Craig was far enough away, and I knew the guy wouldn't come after Craig because you could tell size difference, you know. And I told him, I said, listen, I served in the Army. If you want to step outside, we can do that. And he was like, no. He just gave me a face. And Craig said to me, did this guy just try to start a fight with you? I go, yeah.
Yeah, he like bowed up, but then he unbowed. Like, it was the weirdest thing.
And at the end of the trial, we were friends. At the end of the trial, he's like, oh,
that's how it goes a lot of times. And you know what? And that's how it goes in fights a lot of times.
Yeah.
You get in a fight with a guy, and then maybe not the next 20 minutes, but like the next day, you work it out.
Because you respect it.
Yeah.
You respect what they had to do. Now, I'm not saying that people should fight and we're gorillas and everything like that. But look in the eyes on these videos of the child, the adult, the college kid, the adult mother who just, they look like they've lost their mind because they snap so easy.
Grown men screaming and crying at the top of their lungs because they're being arrested.
For doing what they asked for.
Flinging. Oh, yeah. They went there to get arrested. They wanted to be arrested. That's part of the deal. And it happens, and then they flip out.
It's because we don't have experiences anymore. Every experience we have is online. Every experience we have is in a video game. I mean, kids don't play sports like they used to. They don't have the same interaction. Socially, how do we meet up now? We never had to actually walk up to the person and fail on a date. You know, you had to walk over and ask them to go out.
Hey, we go out. You have to face rejection.
Will you go out with me? And hey, you ladies were tough.
I would rather sit on the chair the entire prom than risk having one of those girls tell me no, because if she tells me no, my life's over.
And now it's online. We spin the wheel. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'll meet you for dinner. We didn't even get to dinner.
Yeah.
We weren't even there. And I think when you simplify things so much and you romanticize bad moments, that when the moment gets there and it's bad, you don't know how to deal with it. And I've seen that so much. And lawyers, this happens to lawyers. And I'm not going to mention names. There are two lawyers in town. I won't say what town.
In a town?
In a town. And they had done something shifty with the bar.
Oh.
They had done something bad. And they knew it was bad. And they tried to hide it. And they did everything else like that. When both of them were getting penalized.
They deleted stuff.
Oh, yeah. They deleted things from
hard drives. I know
what
you're talking about, yeah.
And the Florida bar went after them. And they had to.
Not really.
Not
really.
Well, the problem was this. Both of them were there. And this is how screwed up politics are. Both of them did the exact same thing. They were equally heinous. One of them got punished less because he said, I was in the military and I have PTSD. So that caused me to act poorly ethically.
Wow, I did not know that. That is a travesty of justice.
Yeah. So he got less of a penalty than his law partner who did the exact same thing.
That's outrageous.
Yeah. And the bar goes, oh, we feel bad. So even when the Florida bar had an opportunity to do something, they didn't.
They whiffed.
Because
it's society. Because it's not just parents.
They gave this guy a reverse participation trophy.
Yeah. The point you're making is it's not just parents. It's everybody that's in these people's lives. From the very agencies that are supposed to discipline them. They're looking to not discipline them first. And then if they have to, okay, well, we went through all the lists of excuses. You don't have any of those, so I guess we have to punish you begrudgingly.
Now, the problem I feel with this is PTSD is a serious thing. But to forgive a crime because somebody claims it. And it's like, well, hold on. You mentally intended to do something severe. You did. There's no issue. It wasn't like, oh, I freaked out and did it. No, it wasn't a split decision. It was a plan. You planned to do something really bad and you followed through with that plan. And it wasn't like a split second thing.
So let me get it straight. I'm in a Jeep and somebody fires a rocket at my Jeep. Doesn't hit us, comes real close.
Yeah.
Jeep rolls over from the concussion. Maybe I got hurt a little bit, had to go have my broken arm fixed. 20 years later, I can plan to steal documents, clients, money, opportunities.
Hide it.
and hide it and delete it and cover up my tracks.
Deny I did it.
And then say, oh, well, you don't understand. My Jeep got shot at 23 years ago and I'm still dealing with that. Yeah. That's a slap in the face to the people who actually have PTSD. That's what that is. Now, we're going to put this guy in the same category as you.
Now, I do have some military memories, and it does cause me sometimes some anxiety. It might cause me to not understand a situation the way I would want to. It might cause me to get a little riled up. But to plan something and to do things where it's not a split decision action. Well, it was a stress over a period of time, but you colluded with somebody. This wasn't you alone. You and somebody else decided you were going to screw somebody over, and you did. And our society is going to go, well, I know you were partners with this person. And they did say, hey, you guys shouldn't be partners anymore. They're still partners. They're still working together. They're still doing this stuff.
What happened that we value mercy to the criminal more than compassion to the victim? How do we get there?
This is where we stand now. And this is where it goes back to everything. We don't care enough to make hard decisions. We don't care enough we don't want to look like the bad guy, even though we're clearly not. We're the parent. We're not the friend. And I think that's what we discovered when we were juvenile public defenders, 28 years ago, that parents refuse to accept the responsibility that their kid needs to be disciplined and that everybody else is wrong. And every parent we dealt with, it was the same thing.
Yeah, it was.
You and I used to sit there and go, oh, come on. Are we kidding here? And every parent that walked in, we knew the reason your kid is screwed up, we're looking at the problem. It was you. You either didn't want to discipline them or you're bad too.
Yeah, or you just weren't around to discipline them. You just let them do whatever they want with no guidance whatsoever.
Sorry for the preachy segment. Welcome back to Under Oath. Today we have actress, model, and entrepreneur, Brande Roderick. Brande, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thanks for having me.
I got to tell you, there's so many cool things I followed throughout your career, but I got to tell you, the most interesting thing I'm dealing with right now is your company called Ring My Bell, which is, I'm not quite sure, is it for men and women or just women? Because I was really interested in it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It could be for both. If a guy, guys need an IV, after a night of maybe drinking, or they just want to build up their immunity because they're going to go on a plane or whatever. We have all the fun IV stuff. We have spray tanning. Guys sometimes want to get a little tan as well. You need a quick haircut. Someone can come to your house. So it's for both. It's for men and women. If a woman wants to go out and has to go to a wedding, wants to go to a reunion, wants a night out on the town, they can come do her makeup. So it's hair, everything. It's a great service.
And is this city based? Like, is it in LA or is it everywhere?
Everywhere, wherever any state you live in, you can call. You can go on the website, ringmybell.com. You can go on the app, Ring My Bell, and you just put in the time, the date, and your location. It's like an Uber. You can order whatever you need, and they come to your house.
That seems like a monstrous network. I mean, how did you get all these people? I mean, all these different people in different professions to sign up, like all across the country?
It's my partner, Megan O'Brien. She created and had the idea. She was very close. Her ex created Uber, so she learned a lot. And she went out there and she has this whole network of people. So it's a fantastic concept.
I mean, I can't even imagine you're talking thousands and thousands of people. And how do you get that information out there for professionals who go, wait a minute, I can sign up for this instead of having to work at a salon or somewhere else?
Well, a lot of the girls are already mobile hair and makeup or spray tanning, or a lot of them own their own salons. So they send their girls. So it's a lot of professionals of all different areas that either own their own salons, work in a salon, or just are mobile already to begin with.
Now, a lot of celebrities put their name on something, but they're not very involved in it. How involved are you in this project? Because I can't even imagine how many working details there are.
I am like basically a spokesperson, and I consult with Megan, the owner. We come up with creative ideas because I live in an area in wine country where there's a lot of weddings. So I will do a lot with this area and creating the atmosphere here in wedding country. But as an actress and a movie producer, I'm constantly busy working on my other things as well. So I have my hand in that. I have my hand in my film career, as well as I have an Airbnb business. So I I have my hand in a lot of things, but I like being busy.
Now, what I love about business is you go out there, you do your best and everything else. What I hate about business is the online nonsense I have to deal with, like the random review and everything. Do you take those personal because you have all these businesses and you're going, wait a second, how did 1 star?
Yes, that is not fun if you would to get someone that would complain or whatnot, and that's tough. That is really tough, but you have to deal with it because that's your business, right? In a lot of businesses, it is about the reviews and the stars, just like even with my like my latest movie, Wineville. It's about how many stars are you going to get? And if someone gives you a low rating, you're like, oh, how dare them? Because it's hard, right? One person will give you 10 stars, another person will give you 2 stars. And you can't appease everybody. That's a thing that we have to learn in life, right? We can't make everybody happy. The only thing you can do is go out there and know that you did the best that you could do and that you're proud and you're happy with what you do. And you have to try to just kind of throw away the people that are more negative, I guess.
Now, moving from acting and producing into business, and you've had multiple businesses, what's the biggest advice you could give to somebody who was in your position? They were an actor, they were a performer, and they're going, okay, I want to start my own business. What was the biggest surprise that you discovered?
Like someone moving from
Yeah,
that?
somebody who wants to get into a business. They've been performing, they've been an actress or an actor, and they're going, I want to start this business where I do this. What was the biggest advice you could give them if they want to move into the business world?
Well, I think it's kind of the same advice for anyone. It doesn't have to be someone moving from being an actor, but for me, it's always think outside the box. Do what others won't do. That's how you're going to succeed in anything, whether it's acting or business or whatnot. You have to separate yourself from everybody else that's doing, right? So get out there and do all those things that people aren't doing. Go the extra mile. Think outside the box. If a door closes, crawl through a window. It's like just keep persisting, and you'll get there.
When I think of somebody getting out there, I'm the spokesperson for this or that, I wonder how important it is for quality. When somebody says, hey, you get an opportunity to do this. Have you ever said, I'm not doing that. I don't like this product. I don't feel good about it. I only want to be A+ products.
100%. I will only do something that I am passionate about, that I love, that I believe in. Back in the day, doing Baywatch one, I'd have so many people reach out to me about, oh, will you do this diet pill or this certain exercise machine or these vitamins? I'm like, no, because I don't take diet pills. I don't think that machine is going to do what it says it's going to do. So I said no. I say no to a lot of things. That's why I don't promote it really anything, because it has to be something that I truly 100% believe in. That's the only way that I'll be a part of it.
It's really tough because there's just so much money in infomercials and everything else, and people are making, millions of dollars overnight, like on QVC. When QVC used to exist, you could do an hour and just make a ridiculous amount of money. How tough was it to you to fight your agents and managers to say, no, I'm not doing this?
It wasn't. Honestly, I mean, the people that I work with are great, and they respect what I want to do, and so that part isn't hard.
I think about running businesses and everything that goes involved with, and I read something about that you have a shoe company with Adam Levine. Is that real, or is that just an internet myth?
No, that's basically, I don't know if I called it internet myth, but I don't know why they still have that on there. But it was, I don't know, maybe 15, 16 years ago, I was part of a shoe company called Pantofola, and Adam Levine was a part of it. And Pantofola is a really wonderful Italian shoe line that actually is very popular in Italy and started like soccer shoes or football shoes, I guess is what they say. But for whatever reason, it did not do well in the United States, but it's huge in Europe. But he was a part of that as well. But that company dissolved.
What I think about when you do such a big international show like Baywatch, I mean, Baywatch was universal. I mean, I'm sure people on the moon were watching that. I mean, it's just crazy. Do you ever find that when you travel abroad now and you're going, wait a minute, I'm more famous here than I am in the US?
Oh yeah, like Baywatch in Germany is huge. Japan. I mean, there's so many countries. It was the number one watch show in the world in its time. So so of course, when you go to other countries, it's going to be crazy. Yeah.
I think when you get to do a show like that and you're so recognizable, I can't even imagine the weird perks that you get. Oh, I got to meet the president. I got to do these. What do you think the coolest thing fame ever put you in that position to do?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, as far as like meeting people, like even being at the Playboy Mansion, for instance, just being a part of this world has introduced me to so many amazing people, and so many high profile people. For example, I mean, the president of the United States, right? I got to work with him twice, on 2 seasons of The Celebrity Apprentice. So it's just put me into so many different crazy situations and worlds, and being on the red carpet at the Cannes Film Festival. And it's really been a blessing. I've just had such a great, fun, adventurous career. And it all started, with Playboy and working my way through film and television. And I've been very blessed.
When we talk about politicians and presidents and everything else like this, I try to tell people it doesn't matter who the president is. The opportunity to meet a president, the opportunity to be involved in something. I mean, how crazy was it for you to go, oh my God, I did The Apprentice, I'm in the Final Four, and now he's got a possibility of becoming president not only once, but twice.
Yeah, very, very surreal, actually. Yeah, definitely. Very surreal. Yeah.
I've had the opportunity to interview some people who were on The Apprentice. And the big surprise for a lot of people is how quick it actually goes. You're not there for like 12 weeks or 13 weeks. They're just quick hits here and quick hits here. How long were you actually filming to get to the Final Four?
Well, I was there the whole entire time. So I was there 5 weeks because I was on every episode. So for me, so a full season is 5 weeks.
What I love about somebody in your position is that you do so much, whether it be the acting, the producing, the businesses. I mean, I can't even imagine the team you have that keeps you managed. Go, okay, you have to be here at 8. You got to be here at 9. You got this board meeting at 11. I mean, how good are the people surrounding you?
Nobody manages me. I do it all myself. So for me, I'm not one of those celebrities that has the assistant, but, you're going to be here today, you're going to do that, and you're going to blah, 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 blah. No, I do everything myself. I don't have that.
Now, a lot of people are hearing this. They're going, Jeff, why does this seems like such a big deal to you? Because I know I have like great people. Like I have an assistant who is always on it. And he's like, Jeff, you got to be here. You got to be here. You got to be here. Yeah. God forbid I tried to manage all the nonsense I'm dealing with. How is it even possible for you?
I don't know. I mean, that's just something that I feel like for me, I rather just do it myself and be hands-on everything, because I'm always having to figure out this schedule or that schedule anyway. So instead of using that third person to go through, I just go direct to the person and talk to the person. I don't know. That's just Is it a control thing? I don't know what it is, but I just do. Yeah, I just do it all even when I was did my film Wineville, directing, producing, all the things. I didn't even have somebody here in my day to day doing things. I did it all myself, and I would delegate to the sound guy, delegate to my cinematographer. I would delegate to the people, but I would be the one doing it.
Now, a lot of people don't know about when you say I produce something. They don't realize you have to bring the money in, and it's a very expensive thing. I need a couple million to do this and a couple million to do that. I got to get the actors together. I got to do the casting.
It's my baby. Yeah, well, just exactly like what you said. I mean, you're starting from scratch, picking everybody in your crew and picking the actors, being on set, doing it. And plus I'm acting in it. And while I'm acting, things are coming at me like, the wardrobe girl tested positive for COVID. Oh God, I got to find a new wardrobe person. Oh, this person sprayed spray paint in the eyes. Oh, we got to get her to the emergency room. There's so much stuff. And then post-production, you're picking the color grading, you're picking the sound, the music, the hell, editing, you do everything from start to finish. Then you have to go get it sold. I mean, there is a lot that goes into it, but that's why I'm so proud of my newest film, Wineville, because it is my baby and I had a hand in everything. So yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
I mean, when a script like that comes, I mean, are you involved in the writing of it, or do you just go, I love the script so much, we're making it?
No, I helped create the script. So like I said, as this from start to finish, this is all me. And my writer and producing partner, Richard Shankman, who is freaking amazing. I love him. He and I would just go back and forth on the story, on what we wanted, and he would write it. And it's a really sick and twisted movie, and it comes from our crazy, sick and twisted brains, but we're very proud of it.
I've had the benefit of writing like 15 graphic novels and a bunch of comic books, and people always say, where does that idea come from? And I kind of go, I don't know. I was with my son one day, or I was with my daughter one day. I mean, where does the idea for Wineville come from?
Well, I always say, I don't know if I became sick and twisted because from a very young age, even at 6 years old, I was watching The Exorcist with my mom on the couch. So we were a huge like horror film family, where my parents were always trying to scare us kids. We would sleep outside in the tent on birthdays, and my dad would come out and scare us. Just all these crazy things, even so much that when I went to college, I took a serial killer class. So it's no like crazy surprise that I would write or that I would create a film about a serial killer family. So I just think it started from such a young age. It was just my love of horror films that created this movie. But, it's just creating things that are fun and that something about, I guess, and just what's in that crazy brain that you want to put on paper, I guess.
The tough thing with horror, and a lot of people, I've written one graphic novel that dealt with horror, and I can tell you, once I got done with it, wiping that off me, I had killed 80 people in a book before that, but killing 6 in such a, let's just say, a terrible way stays with you a little bit. So when you finish that script where you're going, I can't believe I wrote that.
I can believe it. But the thing that's tough when you're saying stick with you or things that happened is in the movie, my son in real life plays my son in the movie. And there's a scene where he's screaming, like, mommy, mom, mom, help. And it's like, oh, you're hearing that. And it was real. And, hearing your child scream for you like that, because he's a good actor, I guess, because I was just like, oh my God, I had to like leave. Like I couldn't even hear that. It was so hard. So that kind of sticks with you. Like you never want to hear that in real life. Yeah.
Well, I can't. So we have about a couple seconds left. When does Wineville come out so that we can all enjoy it?
It's out now. You can watch it anywhere. If you watch your movies on Tubi, you can watch it on Tubi. If you watch them on Amazon, you can watch Amazon, DirecTV, Google Play, Apple, wherever you normally watch your movies and stream your movies, you can watch it. It's out now. I'm going to catch that tonight. It was so great talking to you, Brande. Good luck with all your endeavors. Thank you, dear. You too. See you next time. Well, that wraps up today's show. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Thanks for joining us.
Special thanks to my two co-hosts, my good friend, professional comedian James John, and my law partner, Craig Lind. This show is sponsored by Copp & Lind. If you or someone you know has been in an accident, contact us at 407-500-JEFF or 407-500-5333 for a free consultation, or visit us at whenyouneedus.com.